Hey guys, good morning. Hope you have a great day. We are still into Mark chapter 15, and yesterday we spoke about that wonderful man Simon, who inadvertently got himself into a beautiful position of being able to help Jesus to carry his cross. And we spoke about the fact that philosophically we get to do the same thing when we carry the burden of Jesus for humanity. But now we get to the place where Jesus is hanging upon the cross. And it says this: they offered him wine mixed with myrrh, but he did not take it. And they crucified him. Dividing up his clothes, they cast lots to see what each one would get. You see, Jesus, as explained in the other Gospels, had a robe that was seamless, and this apparently would have been a valuable item. And the soldiers below the cross took this robe and said, "We can't divide this. Let's throw lots to see who will get this thing." Get a picture here of the tragedy of what's taking place. People are playing stupid games at the foot of the cross. Here they are, looking up at the Son of God as he shed his blood for mankind, and they don't care. They don't care at all. And many would say, well, we don't blame them because they don't know. Well, if they'd heard the stories and listened to the words, maybe they would know who he was. But the fact was that in ignorance, they crucified him. They'd done this many times before. Crucifixion was not something that they were unfamiliar with. But here they are playing games at the foot of the cross. Again, I look at that and I think, again, philosophically, look at the world around. Don't we do the same thing? Aren't many people just playing games at the foot of the cross? And in a sense, Jesus hangs upon the cross and looks down upon a world that is just taking no notice of him, hasn't taken his message seriously, and at worst plays games at the foot of his cross. When I think of that, I think of some of the stupid games that we play in our spiritual lives. We play this game of one-upmanship. I'm more spiritual than you, and Jesus must look down from his cross and say, "This is a stupid game, guys. Don't play that game. That's a crazy game." We think that because we might have a greater role in the church or in the community or something like, we look down on people around and we play these stupid games of me being better than you, and of technicalities. We think I've got more knowledge than you and I'm cleverer than you. And Jesus would, if he were still physically hanging upon the cross, you'd see us doing the same things. People, we're all equal in God's eyes. There's no one person that is better than another, despite your gifts and your abilities and your talents. Don't think you're any better than the guy next door, for goodness sake. You're not. We're all equally loved, despite we're all equally sinful in the eyes of this beautiful, holy God that we have. So let's level the playing field today. Let's stop playing those silly games of I'm better than you and judging people around us. That's cruel, that's unkind, and that's the grossness of injustice. Let's love as Jesus has taught us to love. Let's love across the cultural line. Let's love across the color line. Let's love across the barricades that we've barricaded ourselves in. Let's break these stupid games and these stupid walls so that we can be who Jesus wants us to be. Now, I love the church. I really do. I think the church is an amazing place, but it's not perfect. You know that as well as I do. And there are so many churches that are just rife with conflict. Oh, and that's tragic. And you ask, why is there conflict? Generally, it's because of stupid spiritual games that we play. And I want to win at all costs. And Jesus is not happy with that, people. So let's look at ourselves. Let's not sweat the small stuff. Let's not play these silly games. And let's look up at the cross and look at the Jesus who dies for us. And we will be overwhelmed with gratitude. We'll be overwhelmed with peace that Jesus took that punishment on my behalf. And all those silly games that we play will become null and void. And Jesus will win. How cool would that be? How cool would that be? Have a fantastic day, you people, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.